Amber Heard told a calculated and manipulative lie when she claimed she donated her $7 million divorce settlement to charity. Johnny Depp's lawyers have told the Court of Appeal. "I kept the money," AH admits she lied about donating $7 million to charity. Depp is trying to overturn a damning High Court libel case ruling that he assaulted his ex-wife and put her in fear for her life, made last year following a high-profile trial. During a hearing on Thursday, Depp's lawyers asked for permission to appeal the judgment, which found in favor of the Sun that an April 2018 column in the newspaper calling the actor a wife-beater was substantially true. The Hollywood star claims he did not receive a fair trial, and his barrister Andrew Caldecott QC has given details of fresh evidence that Heard did not donate her divorce settlement to charity. After the couple's breakup in 2016, the 34-year-old actress, who was a witness for the Sun's publishers NGN newspapers during the trial, said she would split the $7 million between the Children's Hospital Los Angeles and the American Civil Liberties Union. But Mr. Caldecott said the hospital wrote to Depp's business advisor in 2019 to say Heard had not made any payments. The court heard she gave just $100,000 to the hospital and $450,000 to the ACLU, although she claims she made a further $500,000 donation to the second charity anonymously. In written submissions, Depp's legal team said this was a calculated and manipulative lie, designed to achieve a potent, favorable impression from the outset. In court on Thursday, Mr. Caldecott said Heard's claim that she had donated the full settlement to charity sent out a subliminal message that she wanted Depp to pay but didn't want to keep a dime of his money, which implied revulsion at the way he treated her physically. The claim tipped the scales against Mr. Depp from the very beginning, he told the court. In his ruling in November, Mr. Justice Nicole said of Heard, her donation of the $7 million to charity is hardly the act one would expect of a gold digger. Mr. Caldecott said that if the truth about the charity claim had been known during the trial, it would have affected the judge's consideration of the actress's evidence. Adam Wolanski, representing NGN, said in written submissions that Depp's fresh evidence was said to support a theory that Miss Heard was a gold digger. However, he argued that the evidence is not fresh at all since it could have been obtained with reasonable diligence for trial. Mr. Wolanski said that the fresh evidence only shows that Heard has not yet finished making her pledged payments to the charities and is of no relevance to the pleaded issues. Depp took legal action against NGN in June 2018 over the column in The Sun by the newspaper's then executive editor Dan Wooton, which referred to overwhelming evidence he attacked Heard. In his judgment, Mr. Justice Nicole concluded that 12 of the 14 alleged incidents of domestic violence relied on the NGN in its defense of the actor's claim did occur. But Depp's legal team claims the judge failed to examine the competing accounts of each incident, or to explain whether he found them proved, and if so, on what basis. At the conclusion of Thursday's hearing, Lord Justice Underhill, sitting with Lord Justice Dingemans, said the court would give its ruling at a later date. He said, "We are not going to reach an immediate decision today. We will make it very shortly." Another grenade has been lobbed over the wall in the acrimonious and apparently never-ending battle between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. The former married couple divorced in 2016, and 2 days later, Heard announced that she'd be donating her entire $7 million settlement to charity. More specifically, the money was set to be divided between the ACLU to support legal action related to stopping violence against women and the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. Now, a new article in British tabloid The Daily Mail reports that Depp has accused Heard of pocketing the settlement and repeatedly lying about giving it all to charity. The ACLU is refusing to cooperate, but the Children's Hospital has confirmed that to date, they've received just $100,000 and have contacted Heard to find out what's going on. Mr. Depp's effort to plant stories in the media criticizing Amber for not yet fulfilling all the donations she pledged to charity is yet another desperate attempt to divert attention from the UK court's findings relating to allegations of Mr. Depp committing domestic abuse and violence. Amber has already been responsible for 7 figures in donations to charitable causes and intends to continue to contribute and eventually fulfill her pledge. However, Amber has been delayed in that goal because Mr. Depp filed a lawsuit against her, and consequently, she has been forced to spend millions of dollars defending Mr. Depp's false accusations against her. This effectively confirms the allegation, as if she's not yet fulfilled the donations, then she's failed to make them. That puts Heard in a somewhat awkward position, as one of the reasons British judge Mr. Justice Nicole gave for believing her was that the $7 million donation was hardly the act one would expect of a gold digger. In addition, the argument that Heard needed to keep the money to pay her legal fees is also on shaky ground, as Depp didn't sue her for defamation until 2019, over 2 years after the divorce settlement. All of this could come into play for Johnny's attempts to apply directly to the Court of Appeal in London in the hope of securing a new trial, though even with it, he's facing an uphill battle. The point may also be made in the Virginia cases, potentially calling Heard's character and truthfulness into question. The multinational legal battles between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard have just become a lot less charitable. As the once married Rum Diary co-stars inch towards a May 3rd trial start in Depp's $50 million defamation suit against Heard, claims have now re-emerged over whether the Aquaman star actually donated her $7 million 2016 divorce settlement to charity as promised. A clearly planted story in the UK's Daily Mail seems aimed to help get the Pirates of the Caribbean actor the new trial he is seeking against fellow tabloid The Sun over being labeled a wife-beater in print. Mr. Depp's effort to plant stories in the media criticizing Amber for not yet fulfilling all the donations she pledged to charity is yet another desperate attempt to divert attention from the UK court's findings relating to allegations of Mr. Depp committing domestic abuse and violence. Heard's U.S. attorney, Elaine Bredehoff, told Deadline in a statement Thursday after the Mail story appeared online. Heard stated in the UK High Court last year and on various other occasions over the past few years that she donated the full $7 million to CHLA and the ACLU after some initial hiccups in the agreement with her ex-husband. In fact, in his biting November 2020 decision against Depp in the Libel case trial against Rupert Murdoch, owned by The Sun, Judge Andrew Nicole made a distinct point of praising Heard as Team Depp sought to sully the motivations of the anti-domestic violence advocate. Her donation of the $7 million to charity is hardly the act one would expect of a gold digger, said the High Court judge, also asserting The Sun's claims against Depp was substantially true.